We on!
Oh yeah, it's your boy DJ Noble. Welcome to Off the Grid this evening, and I got a special guest with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what up? What up? Hold on, man. My mic working? Check, check. Cause it look like
Yeah,
it's
you're working
bugging.
your own, man.
All right.
You
So
on?
hold up. I was working earlier, and I'm like, yo, hold up. The
Hey
technical
man, we need
difficulties
a DJ
started.
iRock Jesus rewind joint.
Nah, you're good,
Bring
man.
that back,
What up,
iRock.
man? Uh, Justin Mitchell. I'm father, husband, youth pastor, rapper, gamer, streamer. I don't know how many other things you could probably put in that list, but there's a lot. Yeah, man, just a regular dude out here trying to just love people through my creative outlets, man, and things I love to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up, bro, man. It's glad to have you on the show. Creator of the Off the Grid logo too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we've had that thing in the tuck for a while, boy.
Yeah. Nah, it's resurfaced and rebranded. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like looks a little different here and there. So, doing a little something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we just had a tribute to DJ iRock Jesus, who recently passed a couple of days ago. And man, go ahead and share a story that you had with him, or just kind of share your thoughts.
Well, this is my first time talking about it. I think visually talking about it, like on the camera, because I made a post about it when it happened on Monday night, or when I found out about it Monday night this week, and yeah, and I knew we were going to talk about it on here, so I tried to save it up instead of trying to say a whole bunch and then come back on here and regurgitate it again. Because to be honest, man, it's I didn't believe it. I really didn't, man. When I'd seen a message from my boy D Faith, reach out guy we know, he reached out or put a thing in our group chat and was like, "Yo, iRock passed," and I was like, "What?" And I just went back and looked online, and it was just everywhere, flooded. And yeah, man, it just brought a lot of memories back up. And ironically, me and Spence, me and D Faith were talking about potentially linking up with iRock this year and having some conversation with him about just some new things that we wanted to work on this year. And I was like, man, it'd be kind of cool to go back and in the vault and be like, yo, iRock, like it's been a minute. Like we literally were just talking about it right after, D had gotten back from the Virginia joint that you guys were all at. And so yeah, man. iRock and I like have done a couple mixtapes back in my Premises era. There was I feel like a big turning point. There was two turning points, I feel like, for me in my music career. There's more than two, but there was definitely two at the beginning that I look back on and I'm like, man, I am forever grateful for those two moments. One was you picking up your phone and taking a just random phone call from me and didn't know me from nobody. And then, but that funny enough ended up later on through a mutual friend that we both know. Shout out to Scott Lane, Mr. Adam Coleman. That relationship between myself and I think Adam is what bridged the gap to get me to meet iRock. And I remember being in Adam's crib, bro, at Scott's crib. And like, I think they were working on something, Scott Lane's, the assassination of Scott Lane or whatever it was, that joint.
Yeah.
And I think they were working on messing with that. And I was there to like just kind of peep game. And I think me and Scott were working on a record. And so while we were there, iRock was there. And really mind blowing to me was I had seen iRock and knew of him before he knew of me, because I first originally saw him perform and DJ for Sean Slaughter.
Right.
And so I remember being at like it was at like the Believer's house, and he was DJing for Sean, and Sean was opening up for Flame. And I remember being in the crowd, being like watching everything and just being a fan. And now I'm in the room with iRock and Scott, and I'm like, yo, like iRock's he's that dude killing it. He's out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anybody really out here. I was trying to figure my way around everything. And so anyways, long story short, man, I just remember Scott showing iRock the record we had started working on. And then I think I showed him a couple songs I was about to do for a mixtape project that I wanted to work on. And he was like, "Oh, this is about to be a mixtape?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Hey man, let me get those, man. I'll hop on it." And I was like, "What?" And I just remember being mind blown that he wanted to even be on something that I was cooking. And I'm like, "Dang, for real?"
Right.
And he's like, "Nah, man, you nice. Like, you're good. Like, you can rap, man." And then he was like, "Yeah," he said, "It's hot, man. It's straight ministry heat." And yeah, man. And I just remember at that point we put out the mixtape, or we were about to, and that's when y'all were all packing up and rolling out to Atlanta. And that trip was like a huge pivotal moment for me and what he taught me in that trip. I remember being in the car and that first stop, and he was like, "Watch this. Like, Justin, look, like, you gonna learn a lot this weekend."
He didn't call you Justin though.
Nah, you probably Prim. Yeah, it's Premises. Like, Premises, you gonna learn.
I'm putting you back, bro. We're gonna go back. Let's go way back.
Yeah. I think like he ended up just being like, "Man, you gonna learn a lot this weekend. Watch." He's like, "You gonna see how, like, learn how to carry yourself as an artist out here, man. Like, don't do like some of these fools are gonna be bringing me all these CDs all the time." And I remember him, the first place we went to, that brother had a stack looking like the Eiffel Tower. And he was like, I said, "Are you gonna listen?" I was like, "Yo, you gonna listen to all of those?" He said, "Nah." And he's like, "Probably not." But
that's right, Nicole. Yeah. Okay, say Nicole's niece was in the car with it. Yeah, she came with us.
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah. What up? Good to see you, girl. What up? But yeah, man, that was kind of like the that was a big moment, man, just to be in the car with everybody, you, him, a lot of other cats, and then Nicole was in there, and it was just a really dope weekend because I learned a lot just watching like some of the ways as artists move, but then like listening from a DJ's perspective. Hey, here's how you should really be carrying yourself, man, while you out here. And that always, to this day, I've always clamored to what he said in that car about don't do this when you walk up to some of these guys and talk about your music. And like I remember him taking my reconstruction mixtape that we were working on. I had printed up like, because he had finished the mix and everything. It was like, "Yo, let's take about 10 and I'm gonna hand them out to people." And he did that for me. And I was like, I just remember being like, I didn't have no cover art yet. I didn't have nothing. I just wrote on it with a Sharpie. And he was like, "But give it to me." And he's like, "Give it to me and I'll hand it out and let people know."
Sign, man. If
man, like,
you got it.
He didn't have to do that. I was not expecting that at all. But man, like, iRock just believed in me, and that gave me a lot of boost to my confidence as an artist, man, that I needed after I came out of a very bad record like deal, like that I got shafted money, and some people stole money from me, lied to me, cheated me. And then here's this guy like boosting me up. And between him and you and, you know, Adam, man, couldn't nobody tell me nothing anymore. I was like, "Nah, we here."
Yeah, you definitely took off from that point, man.
Nah, I don't know if I took off, but I definitely.
No, you did take off.
It helped. It helped.
I mean, you might have been going 20 miles an hour, but you took off. You know what I'm saying? You went from
better than going 5.
You went with being in the car with no gas, and now you fit up your tank. Oh man, nah. I mean those are humble beginnings, man, and you were around the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And that definitely helps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It helps a lot, man. It helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So let's talk about that journey real quick. Before we talk about the journey, let's talk about the reset EP, man. So it's a dope project, man. You made me listen to it, and I agreed to it.
You said I agreed to it. Like, hey, man, put a gun to my head and told me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you say, hey, man, have you listened to it? Yeah, like, nah, I was on the way to a doctor's appointment, but that was a good, you know what I'm saying, good 20 minutes to the appointment. So I thought that was a good time to listen to it. But yeah, man. So go ahead and talk about go ahead and talk about the EP, man.
Well, I mean, what you want to talk about? How you going? You know what I mean? What you go
The
ahead. You know what I
professor's
mean?
here.
I'm
Oh,
uh I'm trying to
oh,
I'm trying to share up. I'm trying to share it up on socials right now at the same time. So
at the same time, no, okay,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay, so
Professor's here.
there's a lot of dope. I mean, all the songs are dope, man. Man, there was one scary song though, bro. Like
A
when you
scary song.
there was a scary song, bro. Like there was that song. I can't remember the name of it, but it was that video you did. You looked like you were throwing chairs or something like that.
Oh, I was throwing balls of paper, bro. Just you know what I mean, like, you know,
Hey
yeah,
man, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and talk about that track.
Yeah, I mean that's just the intro to the piece, man. It's my first EP, back first project, I guess, like a little mini project, if you will. Back into the game, back into the forefront of just being publicly putting out music again, because I took some time away.
Yeah,
Some people remember me. I know Nicole's in the chat. She remembers Premises. So, E-Man's in here. That's my dog from way back. And he was a part of the Premises era. You know what I'm saying? And so I think like there's a lot of things that go into why this project exists, but the first and foremost one that I think will land on everybody after they hear that is this is a reset into just who I am as an artist. This is just me resetting myself. I feel like God, like I thought I was done years ago. Like I thought I was not going to be back out here, back outside, putting music out for people to consume, and it just wasn't something that I served my time. I thought I did what I needed to do with the time I
yeah,
was doing it, and I was cool not being back out here again. But 2 years ago, around about 2 years ago, the Lord started kind of stirring my heart and being like showing me from like people that I knew that I was working on staff at a church at and other places. People would just continue to introduce me as a rapper to people, and I'm
mm.
like, I'm not even rapping anymore, bro. Like I don't even. Why are you introducing me? I'm like, you could introduce me as a streamer and you know a youth pastor or something else. You could probably introduce me as first, but it would be like sometimes it'd be those things. But then he's a rapper. He's this, and I'm like, I mean, I guess I still rap, but I'm not like I didn't feel like I was actively like a rapper at that point. And
Right.
so there was just this part of me that was like, man, God, what do you and like I feel like this is happening more often now, and I haven't put out anything in forever. And so I just remember feeling like the spirit was like stirring in me, dog, and like just being like,
Mm.
hey, because I had been writing, you know what I mean? I still wrote some things. I was still doing that, just like I always explain it like this: like a guitarist who's in a band, they may not be in their band performing anymore and putting out anything with an album or something, but when they're at home and they just want to strum the guitar, bro, they're gonna do that
Yeah.
because it's in them. And so in a similar way, like that's still me. Like even if I'm not putting anything out, I'm still gonna pull the pen and pad out or whatever, and I'll probably write some rhymes down and have fun with a little beat here and there, and just because I enjoy doing it. It may never see the light of day, but it'll be something that I just do. And so, anyways, I just had this like man, God, you want me to pick this back up and do something with it? And there was a friend that was a DJ that wanted me to hop on a record that he was thinking about putting together, and so I started writing something to put out, and
Mm.
he didn't kind of want to go the direction that we were maybe thinking about taking it anymore, and it was like, man, you can do whatever you want with it though. And I'm like, well, shoot, like now I've got this one record I'm sitting on,
Yeah.
like maybe I should put it out. I don't know. And so I started talking to, I started seeking counsel, went to my wife, went to some friends, and was like, am I tripping if I to start putting stuff out again? Is that healthy for me? Like
Yeah.
people that know me, like I want them to be like, man, we're around you. And I don't know, man. I don't think you need to. And like, so, but that wasn't the response, man. The response was the opposite. And so after I kind of, checked my heart and checked myself and just allowed myself to start having fun again and take the cap off the bottle, man, I just started stuff started coming out. And I just felt like God was resetting me. You know what I mean? In my path as an artist, but also that's been the story of the past 7 years is God has been resetting my own heart on where it needed to be back 7 years ago, where I thought I was, but God had to stop what was happening back then so I could get where I'm at now. And so, yeah, man, the whole intro track is me struggling with this. I don't want to let go of music, but I had to. And this is me killing off Premises pretty much. That era of me does not exist in my brain anymore. I'm that part was there and I recognize it and it served its purpose. But that's a finished book. Now we're on to something new. It's just me fully embraced as a beloved son and child of God now. I'm rooted in that element and I don't really care about who it impresses, who it reaches. I'm just I want to make music that I enjoy making and I'm gonna throw it out there and let's just do what it do, man. Let God do whatever he wants to do with it.
So what's the biggest difference between Premises and Justin Mitchell today?
Yeah, so I mean, Premises was just something. I mean, I had that rap name from high school.
Okay.
And so and it was even before I was a Christian, before I gave my life to the Lord. I had that name early. And it took on a different meaning after I got saved, and it just kind of evolved into something else that I felt like God had given me then. But I feel and I think there's part of it that will always be a temptation for any artist, but for fighting for the approval of, validation and approval of our other peers and other people. Specifically as a rapper, you want to be respected for your craft. And I think I chased that subliminally, probably underneath it all. There was a desperate desire to be well respected. And but I also wanted while I'm making Jesus known and I want to do all that and all the things that's happening in me and I want people to experience life change. I also wanted to be man, I want to be, a dope performer and an artist. And I want people to kind of take me in that. And I also think I got caught up in the middle of that at the beginning, but I also got, and kind of throughout it. But then I also, Premises was more I think I've started to find myself I cheated myself. I cheated myself in my art for the sake of being booked for youth groups.
Got you.
I think there was a part of me that started to realize I knew the formula that could work. I knew how I could, Reach Records was kind of the pioneer sound and all the things. Yeah. And I had some of the similar elements. I had a friend listen to something. My boy DJ LC, shout out to him. We did a record recently called Let It Breathe, and me and him have gotten close. He's I think he's in his mid 20s, and so he's a little bit younger than me. And he was just listening to some of my old stuff. I put him on behind the scenes. I started showing him some stuff. He was like, "Bro, yo, this is crazy." He's like, "Bro, you sound like you should have been signed to Reach."
Hey, look. Hey, speaking of that, I do remember a conversation I had with you.
Sure.
Years ago, right? Mm-hmm. So since you said it, I'm gonna bring it up. I thought about it, but you opened the door. So
yeah, do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember you said, "Man, I'm gonna be the first white guy signed to Reach." And then Andy beat you to the punch, man.
I know.
Yeah, he's had a decent career. You know what I mean?
He did.
Done pretty well.
He did.
And there was Hovey.
He could sing. He could sing. Andy could sing. Yeah. I couldn't really sing.
Package. So. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You had Nutso though, man. You know what I'm saying?
I
You were
did,
Nutso.
man. I was
You were
a
Nutso.
little nutso with it, man, going crazy. Yep. But yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue talking about the EP. The first track you were talking about, the first track you came out with was Destiny about a year ago, right? And then you also have an extended cut on that too. So
Mhm.
why did you add the extended cut to the Destiny track?
I mean, because that was the original version. The original version is the extended cut.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so the extended cut was technically my original take, and then after sending it to, a few other artists who may know better than me
Yeah.
and people that I trust to, like, tell me, "Hey, what do you think?" And I sent it to them, and they were like, "Yo, like, it's too long. It's
Mm,
too long." They were like, "You need to shorten it." And I went back, shortened it, but I was like, "Man, I love those drums though. The drums are so epic in this
yeah.
version that I got." And I'm like, I mixed it and it sounds amazing. And they were like, "Yeah, but it's too long. Like, you need to get right to it. Like, let that joint go from here right into your verse.
Mm.
You need to just chop it." And I'm like, it hurt because I'm like, I love that part. But I did that, and once I got it shortened and I sent it back, they were like, "Yo, this is it. This is it." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And that's all. I just stuck with the original version with the radio edit, and then, yeah. So the other one is more just for, like, I wanted people to experience what I experienced when I first heard it, which was, this is the cinematic, bigger, longer version. If you like
Mm.
Destiny, you can rock for an extra minute on this
Right.
record.
That's smart. That's smart. That's
Yeah,
dope, man.
yeah.
So you also did a track with D Faith. Talk about that.
You're Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Spence D Faith. I've known that dude for a long time, man. We go way back. Similar to around the time that I met you and I Rock. Soon after that, I met him and Eternity and all those guys in VA. Um, But yeah, man, he's just like a brother to me, man. At this point, we've kept up over the years. He's a super dope, talented writer, MC, and we have a very similar style, man. Our styles, from the moment that I remember hearing him rap back in the day, even to current time, like the way that we rap, the way that we rhyme, and the way that we both kind of vibe off of a beat and vibe off of each other, and you know we geek out over the same stuff. We both are just on a similar wavelength. And so I started working on this record produced by DJ LC. We actually made that beat over, like, Discord. We were on Discord and got on a video call and just started pulling sounds together and made that joint.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I think we whipped it up in like 15 minutes and I was like, "Yo, this joint is hard." I was like, "Send me that right now. I'm gonna write to that mug." And yeah, so I mean, I just started writing to it because it had this vibe of, like, just this classic hip hop kind of vibe to it. And again, I'm not worried about sounding like current anything. I'm like, I just want to rap what I like, and I'm gonna rap what I want, and I'm gonna just go. And yeah, so I got the beat, started writing to it, and when I got to the hook, I was like, "Yo, like, I don't know why," and it's gonna be very funny because it's kind of timely in hip hop right now, but all I could hear in my head was, like, the vibe of, like, early G Unit 50 was all I heard in
Mm.
my head. And I just started, like, you know what I mean? Like, going in on that joint, and, like, I kind of went off this vibe. So if you hear it, it kind of has this vibe of some early, like, 50 type mixtape era stuff, or early G Unit. But that was kind of where I got that from. And I sent it to Spence because I was like, "Yo, like, I want somebody to get on this that could lyrically, like, ride this, like, the same way." And I sent it to him I didn't even tell him I wanted him on it. I was just like, "Yo, tell me what you think of this." And he was like, "Bro, this mug crazy." And he was like, He's like, if you need a feature." And I was like, "Well," and so I was like, actually, I was hoping you were gonna like it enough that, if I throw you one up, you could slam it in, bro." And he's like, "Yeah, bro. I got you." And so rest is history, man. The dude went in.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that joint is crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, just real quick, man. I know some people have been hitting me up about iRock.
Yeah,
The
you're good.
tribute was done earlier this evening. We're pretty much into the off the grid with Justin Mitchell right now. So I
Shout out
appreciate
iRock,
those
though,
that
man.
jumping in, man. Like, I mean, we love
Yeah.
iRock.
Yep.
iRock was instrumental, as Justin was talking about earlier in his
Yeah.
career. And but yeah, if you're checking in for that, man, I'm sorry, man. But please go to the YouTube channel. It's still up there. So you go to the YouTube.
Yeah, but shout out iRock, man. We
Yeah.
definitely chopped it up about him earlier, man, for sure.
man. Yeah. Katash was checking in. My guy Cook is just checking in, man. So I appreciate y'all checking in. But
Yeah.
man, maybe we have to do a part 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we could always talk about iRock, man. Maybe another week or so we'll do that again, man. So maybe that'll be much more well organized in that sense. But back to the EP, man. You also did the joint with Selah, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I'll say this about the record with D is that that record too is about it's song's called How I Do It, and it's really just talking about how like a lot of artists they'll get asked, especially Christian rappers, we get asked all the time, why do you do what you do? So why do you rap, bro? Like, why do you rap? And like the church will ask you, church grandmas will ask you, you know what I mean? Everybody's wanting to know what's the point of you rapping to do what is, and then try to, kind of, prove yourself in a sense of like, as a Christian, as a believer, that you're doing it for the Lord and you're doing it for this and all the right reasons. And so I just was like, man, you know how I do it, man. You already know, like, I've been doing this long enough. You already know how I do this thing, and you know why I do it. So that's kind of the synopsis of what that song was on. And then the joint with Selah, man. That record, insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like shout out to Selah, man. Dude's a freaking animal on the mic. It was so the intro, let me start there. The intro to that, if you listen to the record, this record's called Talk, TAWK, Talk. Yeah. And so it's really birthed out of produced by OB, my boy On Beat Music. He's made a lot of records together. Me and him done a lot of stuff together. But the beginning of the record starts with this guy from Rock. I'm not gonna say the artist's name, but a guy from Rock Nation who actually reacted to my first song Back Out as Justin Mitchell.
Really?
Yeah. And it was him on TikTok. And he was reacting to all these rappers, and they were cheeks, bro. They were terrible. And I just remember being like, man, I think, but I could tell.
My bad. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, you good. But I could tell this dude's style was like lyrical, like I'm like, I bet he might like this record I just put out, Love God, Love People, that I put out. And so I'm like, I'm gonna send it to him. And when I sent it to him, like, he was cutting people off, and after like 20 seconds, he would like turn their stuff off. 10, 15, 20 seconds. Dudes were trash. He'd be like, man, this is terrible. This is terrible. I sent him my record. He listened to he was vibing with it. He got like a minute in, and then he stopped. And then he started talking about, like, I don't know if it's Christian rap that I'm not liking. Like, the beat's aggressive. You hit me with all of hard, aggressive flows and all of that, but it's like aggressively love Jesus, like aggressively. And he's like, he's like Kirk Franklin is like, it's more somber. It's more, he's like, but you're like aggressive. And like, I remember like the chat was like, yo, this dude's spitting. And he was like, yeah, he's rapping, but I don't know, man. It's Christian. Like, it should be softer. It should be gentle. And so I took that, and right then and there, because I recorded the clip, and you can go back on my timeline and find the video. It's up. And I took that and I said, OB, I want to take this part and I want to throw this at the beginning of the song.
Mm.
And I want this to be the intro to the hardest, grittiest, the most disgusting beat that you could whip up, to where, like, I want this to, like, that dude thought that was aggressive. I want him to be like, what is, like, if he heard this record, no. This is aggressive. Like this, you thought I was rapping hard before. Okay, bet. Let me turn it up a notch and go another level up. And so, yeah, man, it was just really me coming in with like, nah, man, like I'm going to like rap like for the streets. I'm a rap for like, yo, the people that are like hard about their faith. Like, nah, man, like I'm not playing games out here. Like
Whoever wanted, yeah, you can rapping for whoever.
yeah. Well, I'm saying like it's like for me, I'm like I'm rapping like it's for whoever, but it is like this street gritty, like, but it's like I want people to know, like, as much as y'all don't play about everything else out here, I'm not playing about my faith, bro. Like, it's not a freaking game to me. And so I'm talking on that kind of thing. So that's me saying, like, that's what talk is me like, yo, talk that talk, bro. Talk that talk right now and let them know. So me and Selah got on there and just talk that talk, you know?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, that EP goes hard, man. I think that's all the songs too, right?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Destiny first. But I mean, the EP was like birthed out of, I wanted to reset Destiny too. And I wanted Destiny to get back out because Destiny to me is kind of the flagship song. That's still probably my favorite record that I've heard. And it's just because it means so much to me personally when I wrote it. Like every bar on there, it's not as witty, punchliney as talk. Every song in there is different, in my opinion. I don't think any song in there is exactly the same feel. Everything feels different. So yeah, Destiny just feels like that's my record for me. That's my somewhat of my anthem in the season I've been in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. I will say this, man. I saw that about a week ago, maybe you posted a couple of quotes of people that heard your record. So can I just read one of them here?
Sure, yeah.
I want to read one of them. All right, this person says the level of professionalism is quite impressive. You know you and your audience. What's good to hear is that you're catering to the things you want to do, at the same time giving the industry what it wants. That's not an easy task. My question is, who said that? That was brilliant.
Oh man, as some guy that I met out in the mall somewhere, the food court. I think he might have been a janitor, man. Actually, yeah, he said he worked at a group home for the elderly, and
oh my gosh.
Hey, you set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, and I mean, at least I got to read the text, man. I thought it was, first of all, man, I thought it was dope that you posted it, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for
attention, man. I was just,
that
was just an observation, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just an observation. So I definitely wanted you to know that firsthand, man.
Yeah,
like,
praise, bro.
Yeah, so like listening, I definitely see the growth, the maturity of your previous projects up until now, and I think you just let the guards off, man. I mean, you took off the gloves, man. You know what I mean? Like you just let it rip.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think that's important, man. So knowing who you are as an audience, and knowing that really the people that really always backed you are going to be there regardless. You know what I mean? It's not like you journeyed off into the secular world and started doing worldly music. You know what I mean? It's
right now.
You're still there, bro. Like you're still the same.
I've been here,
man. You've been here. So let's talk about that journey a little bit. I know you said earlier there was like a 7-year hiatus for you, and what I remember during that period of time is that you went on this gaming journey, right? So can you? And you've been a gamer all your life for the most part, anyway.
Oh yeah.
Right? But you know, I think the online community is just kind of blown up in the last few years, man. So tell me what it was like during that period as a game, like strictly as a gamer in that sense, and the connections you made in the gaming world and who you were able to impact.
Man, yeah. So I think the game. I mean, yeah, you said it, man. I been a gamer my whole life. My childhood, before I was a rapper, I was a gamer. You know what I mean? Like I was a kid playing Super Nintendo, and before that was regular Nintendo or Atari and whatever I could get my hands on. I enjoyed all of that stuff. I'm a big tech guy. I enjoy, all the tech devices and stuff. I got literally every system in my household. I got an Xbox, PS5. I got the new Nintendo Switch 2. I got a VR headset. Like, bro, I'm out. I'm really outside with the stuff. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, I kind of the start of me. Like, I put the music down and was like cool with not coming back to it because I felt like I had done what I'd set out to do, which was to see people impacted. And I had a friend sit with me through that season, which was one of the hardest seasons of my life. Because even when my wife and I first got married, like I told her, like, there's going to come a time when I put music down, and when I do, it's going to hurt. Because in my mind, I like rappers say it all the time, like, man, I'm married to the game. Like I felt like I've been married to music. Like I fell in love with music before I fell in love with my wife. And so I'm like, if I have to let that go, it's going to be like the biggest breakup of my life, and it's going to hurt. And it did. And the reason being is because a lot of my identity was so packed in it. You know what I mean? From time I was a kid to as an adult. And I was like, early 30, 31 and putting that mug down. And so, yeah, man, I guess as I put it down, I felt like I lost my wife could tell like I was just floating by in a sense because I didn't have a creative outlet anymore. And eventually, I'd seen a friend. He had a streaming setup. He was gaming some, and I was like, "Yo, like, I could do that." And I'm like, "This is like 2018." And 2018, at the end of it, I grabbed a couple little small things, and then used whatever computer stuff I did have, and started messing around with it. And then I lost my job that I had at the time, and I didn't know, like, I was already messing with streaming, and I couldn't find another job, and I kept putting out applications. Nothing was hitting, and my wife was like, "Hey, well, you're streaming like 11 hours a week, and you're making just a little bit of money. What if you gave it full-time energy?" And I'm like, "You want me to be a full-time streamer, gamer right now? And it's not gonna be an overnight thing. Like, I'm probably not gonna make a lot of money right now, like for at least 6 months or so." And she's like, "Yeah, but I think, you'll make enough that we could pay some bills and we'll figure it out." And I'm like, "All right, bet." And so I'm like, "You the MVP. You gonna let me play video games and get paid to do it and try this thing, man." And so I did. And next thing I know, COVID hits and the world shut down. And I'm like now set up in a position where I didn't lose a job. I was already doing everything online, and the world kind of worked to point back to that space for a lot of people. And so I was helping other people figure out how to set up stuff and get their streams set up. And those people are now full-time content creators and making a bunch of side money now or main money. Really crazy, man. I remember talking to Ruslan like before, as he was just starting out, like little talk, but it was just wild, man, wild stuff. And so
yeah, he's definitely blown up.
Yeah, now that, I mean, crazy. Now, yeah, he's everywhere. And so just, yeah, man, I used it as a way to, like, it was always ministry for me, man. It was like, I'm going to play games because I enjoy it. I'm passionate about it because I enjoy the gaming stuff. But I know there's a lot of people in this world, in this space, that come here to see these things. And, I'd make it a little bit entertaining, but we would have conversations on there, man. We were doing like a segment where we would take an hour before games and chop it up about topics that the church was running from. Like, we would talk about abortion. We would talk about politics. We would talk about we talked about George Floyd. We talked about all this other stuff. And like, it felt like when the church was trying to retreat and be a little more like, we don't really want to say a whole lot.
Right.
I had people in my chat asking questions about it. And so I'm like,
Right.
all right, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And so it turned out to be really great conversations from people who weren't even believers that would listen and tune in and then hop in a voice chat and talk with us over live air. And then next thing I know, they're being like, man, I've never considered faith like that because it's just never piqued me like as a person. But now the way that you've talked about this helped me figure out maybe something different and see something different. And I respect you as a Christian that otherwise I never really respected the Christian point of view.
Mm.
So yeah, man, like
Big.
stuff like that was happening. And then like, you know, we've seen, you know, just recently, man, there's a, you know, a kid that came in as like during COVID as a 14, 15-year-old British boy. Dude's over in Britain, man. And he's my British bruv. What's up, bruv? And like this dude, man, he just recently, like a couple months ago, like he still shows up in my streams every time, every so often. And just recently gave his life to the Lord in the chat. And I'm now helping him. I'm helping him find a church in Britain to like,
Wow.
yeah, man. So
That's big.
wild stuff, man. And like we're playing video games with people, man, and just meeting people and having fun and letting them see we're human, but then standing up for righteousness when we have to stand up for righteousness. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Tell me about a time where you might have struggled in the gaming world, like in some of these conversations, man. Have things gone like haywire at times, or has everything always been
Nah,
like great?
nah, it's definitely been, there's definitely been some haywire moments. I think a lot of it happened during the COVID times, right? Like during those, I think as it feels really hot, like even now, like the climate of the
Right.
temperature of things is still it's hot, but I feel like I've dialed down, like as far as like I'm not seeking to go hard on making many podcast episodes about and inviting people in like I was doing. I didn't make this big broadcast like, hey, tonight we're talking about this.
Right.
I'm not doing it like that anymore. But the conversations are always open on when I'm on stream. I tell people all the time, like, man, nothing's off limits for me. I don't have a button that says we're not gonna talk about that. So I'm an open book. It doesn't matter. And so with that, sometimes you run into some trouble. Sometimes you run into you invite some weird and wild, wacky stuff that pops up on your doorstep. And so yeah, man, like I think we've had some moments where, you know, especially during like the George Floyd stuff, I remember people showing up in the stream that would intentionally just were out to harm and would show up in the chat and knowing what we're talking about, and they would just thank God I had moderators. You know, that's the beauty of having a mod for the chat when you start to do, because I had people showing up and it's active, it's pretty popping in the chat. And next thing I know, I'm like, I have people in here that can kick you out if you're on some weird type of time. And so to keep that clear and clean, like we had to do that for some moments because it got out of hand, man. Cats coming in and yeah,
saying whatever with no filter, probably
no filter, none.
All right, so man, what's on the horizon for Justin Mitchell? Oh, shout out to Kingdom Impact Group too.
Hey, yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Laxton.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Kingdom Impact, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, so what's on the horizon? Man, it's right now, man, it's just having fun with this EP release still. I mean, it's still fresh, not even been out a week yet. And you know, just enjoying making music that I want to make right now and just having fun with that while, you know, still in my local community, serving and trying to invest in the next generation while, you know, I've been doing recently started doing like a some workshops that I've been teaching at like different events and conferences locally. Just had my first one about a week ago, or week and some change ago. Actually, it's been a week. I don't know. My brain's like, when was it? Because I got sick earlier this week. My brain is jacked. So this workshop that I created about 8 months ago, man, I've been working on it strong for a while because I knew I was going to be doing this event, and I got asked to do a workshop. And a workshop that I've created is on helping people see their creative gifts, talents, and their passions as tools that they could use to impact culture and for the glory of the gospel. And so, it's been really cool to use everything that we've been talking about tonight to talk about everything from music, my music time, to stuff I'm making now, even in music, to my past, even the streaming, the gaming, and even like the cosplay stuff. Like you see the Ranger stuff. Like I now am like, I'm headed to Philadelphia in like a month to go be at my first Comic-Con experience. And I'm a guest with a table, the whole nine, and I'm doing like meet and greets. And then I'm also like teaching the same workshop that I'm doing at churches and Christian events now for this creative workshop that I'm trying to equip believers for. They want me to bring that into a secular event and like share that there. And I'm like, that's crazy. So
That's wild.
yeah, man, wild stuff. So that's where my focus is right now, man, is, trying to be a good steward of the things in front of me, but not trying to put this big overemphasis of like, I have to put out this new single here. I got to do this and I got to do that. Because if I don't make it. And I'm like, man,
Right.
Hey, man.
So basically that first flyer I sent you about today's show, we could have used, right?
Which,
that first flyer?
You talking about with the Power Ranger joint?
Yeah.
Nah, man, that joint.
So what were your thoughts when I sent you that flyer about the show, man?
What, the Green Ranger joint?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was cool, but I was like, bro, this is not
like you're not going to do this to me, are you?
Yeah, I was like, hold up. Like, yes, that is a part of what I still get to do, and I is a part of what I still do. But I'm not. That's not the main focus. Is not that.
Oh man, it's an inside joke.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I won't expose it, man. I won't. Tell
what?
Anybody.
What's that?
I won't show anybody the flyer.
No, you can show. Hey, you can show it if you want to pop it on the screen. Go ahead.
I'll pop it on the screen.
Give the people a laugh. I mean, it's first of all, the AI did a horrible job making me look like that render of me in the middle is terrible. I was like, it didn't even look like me. I could have gave you a better looking picture. I was like, why my hair look like that?
I mean, I just used something that was online, bro.
Yeah,
that's fine. So like, okay, so for those that couldn't see it all, right? So the highlight was, so the title of this show is Time to Reset, right? But the title of this one, the mock one, was Return to Premises.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not returning to premises, bro. I think that was the biggest reason why I was like, no.
I mean, then it says Return to Premises, cause I can't even get myself together, man. Cosplaying me. Like when I was doing this, man, tears were streaming down my face, bro.
That's messed up, bro.
No, man, I loved it, man. It was fun. I had too much fun doing that, man. But
that's crazy.
Any final thoughts, man, before we get out of here, bro?
No, man. I just want to say thank you, man, for having me on, man, and allowing me to share about my project and to talk about all the stuff that's been going on, and allowing me to just enjoy some laughs with you, man. And it's always good to just chop it up with you anyways, man, and be able to do that live on your podcast. And I mean, I'm proud of you, bro, for, I want to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like you need yours, bro. You're a veteran in this space, man. You have helped exponential amount of people yourself, man. When we talk about IROC and what he's done, and I know, man, in a similar vein, bro, you are 100% the same type of way we talk about IROC, we talk about you. And I say we as in the artists who people and within the space that know you. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it,
all
bro.
say the same stuff, man. You've been a thorough day one, A1 guy since I've known you. And so I'm blessed and honored, man, to call you friend and brother. And man, I would not be who I am today as not just an artist, but even just as a man, bro. Like, I am who I am in part because of DJ Noble. Like, so thank you for seeing something in me when I was a young knucklehead, nutso, crazy.
I mean, I tell everybody that you harassed me, man. That's the best part of the story, bro.
I'm the little brother, bro. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you are the little brother, man. I can't escape that. At least you didn't call me an old man. Well, that you did earlier. So because
only because you tried to be like, hey man, where'd you get that text message from?
hey, look, you know what? But what's funny is this, man. Like when you and Adam Kent, shout out to Adam,
yeah,
and
man,
TJ
Yeah.
Wallace, we had this big meeting together, right? I don't know what I said, but guess what? You're the same age now that I was back
That's crazy.
then, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You were. Wait, hold on. You talking about when we used to mess with you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm dead
That's
serious.
crazy.
What, like 2011, 2012? Yeah. Turn back the clock, bro.
It might have been.
Yeah. You are me right now.
Almost. I'm almost there.
I'm not talking
You were
about
at
me
least
now.
already 40.
You never
okay?
catch up, bro. You'll never catch up to me now. But I'm saying you're in the same shoes that I was back then, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Yep. Time is undefeated, bro.
between you and K Drama, yeah, man, y'all always getting on me. But now I got more grade than he does. But anyway,
That's so
I
funny,
appreciate
man.
you coming on this. That's my dog, man. Anyway, but y'all always want to joke about my age, man. I just came in the game like that's
Hey man,
it.
you still look. Hey, look, bro. I'm gonna just say this real quick before we close
Okay.
out. I will say, like, for as old as you are, you definitely don't look as old as you are.
Thanks, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you've aged well, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So he said something nice to end. I like that.
I gave you a million flowers.
Oh, you did. You did.
I gave you a bouquet.
You did give me. You gave me a few flowers there, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I really do, man. But thanks for joining the show.
No doubt.
Thank everybody for tuning in. E-Man, he stayed with us the whole time. He rode us the whole time.
My G.
Yeah, did you hear me at the beginning when you first came in? I was excited, man.
I know, man. He talked to me for the first time in years the other night or a couple of days ago when IROC passed, man. He hit me up.
Okay.
And so I told him we were gonna be doing this, man. And so
yeah,
he pulled up.
Love it, man. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to E, man. That's another brother that needs his flowers too, bro.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, again, I appreciate you, bro. Love you.
Love you, man.
Much success to you. I know this EP is just gonna blow people's minds, man. They just need to open up and listen to it, man. Like it's really dope, man. So congrats on that. Congrats on everything else you're doing. Your cosplay and all that stuff, bro.
Just trying to share the love of Jesus with people, dog. That's it. I don't care. However it gets out, we gonna get it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. All right, y'all, man. Thanks for dropping in. Checking out Justin Mitchell. Oh, tell us where we can find you online, man. For those
Instagram, TikTok, find me on all of that. I am _Justin Mitchell. That's where you can get me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just look me up.
What it is. All right, y'all. We out here.
Yep.